Hi there, my name's Evan and this is Mark.
Hi.
I'm the technical component of TaxTim and Mark is the tax brain. Essentially what we've created together is TaxTim. He's a virtual online tax assistant who asks you simple questions one by one and then converts your answers into a completed tax return. He cuts out all the difficult questions, he cuts out all the jargon, he brings everything into one spot so you can be confident about doing your own tax return.
We developed the product from an actual need. I was one day doing Evan's taxes and he said to me that it should be impossible that not everyone has access and is able to do their own taxes. He asked, can he sort of digitize my brain? We went through 3 or 4 rounds of some slide decks and a pitch, and then eventually the 4th round was an actual pitch to the Google guys.
Completely terrifying. Meeting with board of shadowy figures.
Yeah, to investors and people we've never met. Stood there, it was supposed to be a 15-minute pitch, went on 45 minutes with questions. And then I think
it was actually a lot of fun. We enjoyed it.
Yeah, good taste of what was to come.
Yeah.
And 2 days later, Evan, you phoned me and said,
we got the phone call
to say that we were selected.
Accepted.
Yeah.
So we were excited.
We developed TaxTim as a product, as a dialogue approach, as Evan said, to help the taxpayer. And Tim is a virtual character. He talks to you, asks you questions, takes away all that tax difficulty. And at the end, he produces your tax return and then helps you file that with SARS, with e-filing. Simple as that, a process in under 10 minutes. I think the key thing is that everything the taxpayer needs is on one website, and it's simple, easy, using hyperlinks. The forms are available there. So unlike SARS website or other company websites, you have to sort of download everything all over the place. It's very difficult to find, as well as go through all the jargon. So everything is online, is on the TaxTim website. So as Evan said, from registration, the first form that you have to fill out, all the way through to filling out your tax return. We've also included a help desk, blog posts, basically aimed at the consumer, at the taxpayer. Those simple things and those simple questions that they ask, that they're always confused about, we aim to put that all on one side. What the taxpayer says to us, we've got feedback buttons all the way.
On every step, if someone has a problem with one of our questions, they can press, give feedback or ask a question, and then Mark goes in and amends the question to make it clearer. And basically takes in what people are asking the most and writes these big blog posts about it.
But what we've also discovered, and from my own personal experience, is that when I was doing my undergrad degree, and even into articles, that I couldn't fill out a tax return. So we discovered that students who are learning to become chartered accountants, to become tax professionals, or just accountants, don't know how to fill out a tax return.
They don't get taught, it's not part of their
education. So what we've done is we've gone into currently 4 universities, UCT, UJ, UWC and WITS, and we provided a project using TaxTim that the students then learn how to fill out a tax return. Currently we're speaking to a whole bunch of other universities as well. So the education side is really, really important, because how can we say we want to educate the taxpayer without also trying to educate the next generation of tax professionals? Well, I also want to have tax being everyone, not that everyone wants to, but everyone thinking about tax. So we're tying up some strategic partnerships with other financial companies that basically, at the end of every transaction that someone makes, there'll be sort of, I want to have something at the bottom that says this may be a tax transaction kind of brought to you by TaxTim, something like that. So that we are sort of seen as the go-to online interactive way of doing taxes, whether it's in South Africa and hopefully onwards into the rest of the world.